Okay, so I think I lost my connection. Is my voice clear now?
Yes, Kabir. It's
Yeah.
good now.
So what I was telling is now we are covering three candlestick pattern. So this is known as star pattern. In this, three candles are involved. Like in bearish engulfing, there were two candles. So in this case,
Kabir,
we
Kabir, we cannot see your presentation.
acha acha wait.
Yes,
Now
now
it
it is
should,
visible.
yeah.
Yes.
So in this, what happens is there are three candles which are involved. Like we had in two candlestick pattern, we had bearish engulfing, dark cloud piercing. So there were two candles which were involved. In this case, one candle has increased. So there are three candles. These are highly profitable because candles are more and we have little more confirmation. We take an entry on our third candle, and the second candle in this case is a doji. You guys remember what is a doji? Doji or a spinning top?
Both shadows are same size.
Yeah, exactly. So the both the shadows are of same sign. Basically, that indicates a indecisive market. Okay, so that is the second candle in this case. Okay, so we have two types. One is a morning star. One is the evening star, depending upon where it is formed. Okay, so we'll start with evening star. Let's say so. Evening star is the one which is formed in downtrend. Okay, we had hammer, right? Remember hammer which was formed in downtrend. Then we had bullish engulfing which is formed in downtrend. So similarly this is also formed in downtrend. Okay, so there are three candles. So the T1 candle, if I would say, the first candle would be of red color. Second candle in this case would be will be a doji or a spinning top. T3 would be my green candle. Okay, so we take entry on the third candle. Here is an example of the same. If you could see here, the price was going down. Okay, and every candle was giving me confirmation that sellers are dominating because the lows are getting broken. If you see here, the low is broken by this candle ka low is broken by this, and again this candle ka low was broken here, and then again sellers, all red candles, sellers are somewhere dominating over here. And after what has happened at T3 here is, after reaching this candle, due to some reason, sellers are not dominating. This is an indecisive candle. Okay, indecisive candle, so nobody is dominating suddenly after a good fall. So what this indicates is that sellers have exhausted. They are not able to take the price more down. And then when T3 candle becomes a green color candle, that gives us confirmation that there is some kind of a buying which has come up. Okay, so that is the complete thought process which goes. So once after a doji, green color candle is formed, that will create panic in all the people who have sold it before. Okay, and once they start selling, price will automatically go up. Is that clear?
Yeah, that means that T3 is it's a bullish candle, right?
Yeah, T3 will be a bullish candle.
So we have to see one is bearish candle, two or T1 T2 should be bearish candle and T3 should be bullish candle. Then we should consider evening star.
Yeah, so T1 will be a bearish candle. T2 could be a
Mhm.
T2 has to be a indecisive candle, not a bearish
Uh,
candle.
okay, indecisive. Okay, indecisive.
Indecisive
Okay.
candle. And
Mm.
T3 should be a
Mm.
bullish candle. Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
so that means what has happened is, after a good fall,
Mm.
when T2 candle is formed, it is an indication that nobody is dominating in the system. Nobody is dominating at present. And then a bullish candle gives us confirmation that buyers are now trying to come up. Okay, and once that bullish candle is formed, it will also create panic in all the people who have sold it before, and they'll start closing their positions.
So here you mean to say, Kabir, here like one is that not only considering T1, T2, T3,
Huh.
the condition prerequisite should be downfall should be there.
Yeah. So there should be some kind of a downfall.
Downfall.
Yeah.
Okay. After downfall, then T1, T2, T3 should be observed.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Thanks.
without doji, this morning star is not possible, right? There should
So
be indecisive candle
say
in
there
the
should be
center.
indecisive candle. Sometimes what happens is there could, yeah, it should be indecisive. Sometimes there could be a hammer kind of a pattern also in place of T2.
Yes.
Okay, so
Okay.
That
that
is
is also
also
fine. since it is in the downtrend.
Yeah, so it could be a hammer
Okay.
also in place of T2 with little shadow
Okay.
on downside and slight on upside. So basically a indecisive candle should be there.
Okay.
Okay. This is what I just told, how the thought process. If you want, you can give a reading. I'll give you 1 minute. Everything actually I have repeated in the slide, but still you give it a reading. If you don't, you will not understand. We'll explain again.
Now this confirms the morning star or evening star. This is the evening star, right?
Yeah, see, so this you call it as a star pattern. Some people what they do is they
Mhm.
call this one a morning star and the other one a evening star, and some people call it vice versa also. So when it's formed in
Mhm.
downtrend, they call it evening star, and when it's formed in uptrend, they call morning star. Okay, so you
Okay.
recognize this as star pattern. That would be the best thing.
Okay, because earlier also T2, based on T2 we are telling, here also we should be based
Yeah,
on T3. T3 should be morning. Mhm.
green color candle.
Yeah. Green color.
So Kabir, in case if T3 is not green, if it is red means
That means
what?
this is not a star pattern then.
Oh, then it is not a
Okay,
star. Okay.
that is not a star pattern. So this is the trade setup. Price is going down. We have T1 which is bearish, T2 which is indecisive, and then there is a bullish candle. So whenever the bullish candle ka high will break, that will be your entry. Your stop loss will be low of the system. Sometime a low could be made by your T1, sometime it would be made by T2 or maybe by T3 as well. So whichever candle makes the low, that would be your stop loss. Clear? This point clear, right?
Yes. Yes.
And we'll take a safe entry whenever the high of this T3 will break, then only you should take a entry. Okay, so now we'll see the other type of this. Okay, so again same kind of conditions. So if you see over here, this one we have encircled, and then this also we have encircled. So if you see it over here, price was going up, so buyers were dominating. With every candle the high of a candle was getting broken. So if you see it here, this candle ka high is here, and then this candle has broken the high. Then again the previous candle ka high has been broken by this. So this gives us a reading that buyers are dominating the system. And then if you see this candle, this is a indecisive candle. So this is our T2. Okay, and then T3 is giving me confirmation that bears have now entered the trade. Okay, so exactly the opposite of the one which we just discussed before this. And then if you see it here also after reaching a place, buyers have been confirming. See, this candle ka high has been broken, and this is a good bullish candle, and then again an indecisive candle, and then bearish confirmation again. So okay, so but it has again taken the support from the same level, but for some clarity I have just shown it here as well. Okay, is that clear, right?
Yes, clear.
Hmm.
Yes.
So this is the thought process, and the trade setup is this. The stop loss is the high of the system, and whenever you'll take a safe you'll take a safe entry whenever the low of this T3 candle will break, then you'll will go on the sell side, and the previous trend should be somewhat upside. Buyers should be dominating previously, and then you can anticipate a bearish trend in the market. So do share the example of this whenever you are free. So this was three candlestick pattern. Now I'll tell you one more very good pattern which you can trade, and it is one of the most profitable pattern. This is known as halt candle का pattern. ठीक है? What is mean by halt candle? Halt candle, I'll tell you. So this is my channel, okay? So most of you would have joined, right? Everyone is a part of this.
No, no.
Yes.
So
Yes,
who is,
Kabir.
so who
Sorry.
is not there? So I'll send you the link, okay?
Okay, please send me. Yeah.
So you can join this. What you have to do? There are a lot of examples which you will get once
Mm-hmm.
you go and search it in the channel. Just search
Mm-hmm.
before and after, okay?
Before start of the session, or that is that one you're saying before and
No,
after? I
when
mean.
just do it after the session, okay? So you will find examples of halt candle in this. Okay, see if you see it here. So what is halt candle? You know, halt candle is a pattern in which after a good bullish candle there is a small candle which is known as a halt candle. Okay, so this is not a perfect halt candle. Wait a second, I will show you. So this is a bearish halt candle which has formed here. So after a good bearish candle, you see a small candle over here. Wait a second. You could see a small candle. This one I'm talking about.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, no.
No,
After bearish, there is a almost this one. Yeah.
indecisive candle.
And indecisive candle. Yes.
Yeah, so we call here in this case what will this indecisive candle will
Mm-hmm.
call as a halt candle. Halt candle in the sense after a good fall, this small candle is halting the price to go down. Okay, that's the
Mm-hmm.
reason we call it as a halt candle. So what happens in this halt candle is, after a good fall, this is just small profit booking which is happening. Okay, if this was a normal trend, it should be a good, good. The size of the candle should have been good, but that's not the case. It is just a very small candle, a halt candle we say. So halt candle, when it is formed, so you can just draw a line, okay, at the bottom of this T. If we call this big candle as T1 and this halt candle as T2, whichever candle is making the low, just mark the lowest point, okay. And when next candle then whichever next candle will break that low, that will be your entry, okay. That will be your entry and your stop loss will be halt candle ka high. Clear? Yes, no?
Yes, Kabir.
So
The low of halt candle or the bigger candle?
so T1 or T2, whichever candle makes a low, it could be
Okay.
sometime this one, this could be sometime the halt candle. So whichever candle has made the low, that time there you should keep your entry, okay. And whenever that low is broken in the sense price go below that, you have to take your entry and your stop loss is very small in this. That is the halt candle ka high. Just with that small stop loss you can go. So generally once you have spotted a halt candle pattern, next day that halt candle ka low will break in the first 15 or half an hour of the market, and that is
Okay.
the time when you have to take the trade. This is highly profitable because your stop loss which you get is very small. Just the halt candle ka range we are keeping as a stop loss. This example is clear, right? After a halt
Yes.
candle, a perfect fall till this much point it has gone, right?
This is a 4 hours candle or
Yeah,
which
you have
candle?
to see 4 hours time frame in this. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this works good on 4 hours time frame only. You can see it
Okay.
in on daily as well. So that in that case what will happen, you have to wait for 2 days. If you see if you keep 1 hour one day ka time frame, so if you keep 4 hours time frame, so you get 2 candles in a day in 4 hours. So because the market is of around 6 hours, 6.5 hours, so it 4 hours ka one candle will be there, and then 2 hours ka one more candle will be there. So it could be a halt candle in the same day itself. So you can trade that setup next day, okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's why you could do it on 4 hours. That would be more beneficial. So I'll show you a few more examples. Again the same kind of pattern. See, after a bearish candle, a small halt candle, and then when the low was broken, it has gone down. Low of T1 or T2, whichever candle is making a low. So sometime what happens, so when the low of this is here and previously some candle is making a low here, so make sure that you wait for that low to be broken, because if it is very near and price could take support or struggle to go below that. So if you are seeing recently somewhere price is halting in the same range, you can either ignore or wait for the low also to be broken. This is also clear, right?
Yes, understood.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Like this, if you do it by yourself also, there will be a lot of examples which you could see. Again, if you see a same kind of a pattern, after a bearish candle there is a halt candle, not a indecisive kind of a, but small candle with small upper shadow and the size of the body is small, and whenever the low of the system will break, there are high possibilities that it will go further down. So the same thing happens in bullish side also, that also we'll see. Okay, so you could see it here. So after a bullish candle there is again a halt candle over here. Yes.
Yes.
So whenever the high of this system will break, you can take a entry and your stop loss will be halt candle ka low. Like in this case, the high was broken, then it substantially went up. Okay, and then again it came down. That is secondary, because on that day I remember, this is that day when Nifty has fallen around 3.5% in the second half. So because of that reason, it has came down in the like this. Otherwise, it would have gone little more further. But if you see, even in that market, it has given a good movement. Okay.
Okay.
So like same example is here. After a good bullish candle, there is an indecisive candle, and once the high of this indecisive candle is broken, there is a good candle which is formed, and your stop loss is low of this candle. And whenever the high will break, you can take the entry. Like this, you will find a lot of examples in the channel. Just search before and after. Once this is again a bullish candle, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
So
Yes.
a bullish candle and then a indecisive candle or a halt candle. Whenever the high of this will break, you can take the entry or stop loss is low of the system. So this is known as halt candle. This is one of the most profitable ways of trading, because your stop loss in this case is very small. Okay, and the reward which you get is sometimes twice more than that also. So risk reward is good in this. So that's the reason it is one of the good way. So
So,
both
Kabir,
buys.
halt candle also looking similar like hanging man or
Yeah,
shooting star, right?
it could be
Yeah.
like a hanging man or a small candle. It will be, that is the basic thing. Small candle it could be a hanging man or indecisive candle. That would work.
Okay.
Okay. So hangman actually will complete when the low of that will break. Yes. So if the low does not break and the high breaks, then you should take on the buy side.
Okay, got it.
So like this, you will see many. Once the low of this is, see here, if you see, I have not marked it at the low because I was seeing a previous candle is making a low somewhere here. So once the price will go below that, then only I'll take a entry, and then my stop loss is halt candle ka high. So in this case also you can see how much it has fallen. So like this the halt candle works. So this is clear to everyone. Just go and see as many examples as possible. You will get little more idea about it. Yeah, fine, right?
Yes. Okay.
Clear to everyone, or shall I show you few more examples?
We are good, Kabir.
Okay. So one more pattern I'll tell you. This is known as abandoned baby pattern. Okay. Here also we'll see on the charts only. That is not in the PPT. So abandon may be a pattern in which suddenly, what will happen, someday there will be a huge gap down. Okay, like this. In this case, this candle is a bullish. This candle is a bullish abandon baby pattern. So what has happened on that day is market was little bearish, and it was completely bearish, and you could see from the very bottom the price have gone to the very bottom. So there was a gap down. This gap down is very big, right? From this point to this, the market has fallen. Isn't that a very big gap down? Yeah.
Yes.
So what will happen after opening at a very gap down price? Sudden buying will come in this. This buying is coming because people, they think that the price where it has opened now is a very discounted price. So discounted price when the market reaches, so many buyers will come because they think that it is at a very good price and you should invest. And then whenever the high of this system will break, you can expect that it will go very up. All right.
What it is called, Kabir? This one?
Abandon baby pattern. Okay, if it is green, it would call as bullish abandon baby pattern. This is also one of the good patterns to follow.
And
Bullish?
what is the reason for this happening?
So
Like,
this
would
could be
it be
because
some news or what?
no. So what happens here is because it is falling. So somebody he would have taken in very big quantity. So he has suddenly
Hmm.
closed his position in the pre-market or around the opening. So
Oh.
that makes it fall like this or reach a point at this low.
Oh,
Understood?
okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Bullish or abandon? Huh?
So this is a bullish candle. You can call it as a bullish abandon baby pattern.
Okay.
Okay. So there is a bearish abandon baby pattern also. So that's the reason we differentiate. Just make because this is abandon baby. So meaning of abandon is lost. So there is a good gap down. So this is somewhere lost to the lost kind of situation because the gap down is huge. So that's why that name is given to it.
Kabir,
Yeah.
the fourth candle on the left, is that an example of bearish abandoned baby candle? Can
Fourth
that
candle
be,
to
or
the
that
right.
is
No,
left,
no,
left,
no,
on
no.
the left side, like from the very start, from the very left, the fourth candle?
This one you are telling.
Yeah.
No, this is not a abandoned baby, bearish abandoned baby because it is here only. I'll show you the example of it. So if this, wait a second.
Here also downward trend or upward trend is required here.
Yeah, little downtrend for bullish abandon. मम्मी गेट बंद कॉल करेगा जाके. Yeah, excuse. So if you see here, it was somewhat down, right?
Hmm.
So if it should be slightly down or otherwise no problem. It should be a gap down. Sufficient gap down should be there, and from the down buying should come. Okay. So here
Okay.
also if suddenly gap down comes here till here and then it is rising, that means good amount of buying has come. So this gap down is nothing but maybe it's due to some news or maybe due to somebody who was holding good quantity, good amount of quantity has closed his positions. Okay, so because of that reason it comes. But then other traders what they think is this gap down prices is very discounted. They should discount it in the sense it's a good price to enter. So there is heavy buying from the bottom again. This is
Okay.
clear.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I'll show you an example of a bearish.
What is the discount here you are saying?
Discounted price is the price where many majority of the traders think that the price at which it is trading now is something where they can invest. So that is the
Okay.
discounted price.
Okay.
So Kabir, irrespective of what type of trading we are doing, either intraday or swing or long term, so
Yeah,
the these type of candles hold the same
yeah,
value.
yeah. So these candles will give you good confirmation. See, if you want to invest for short term also, you see abandon maybe you can go for it. Okay, if you want to invest for long term, then if you and long term what you have to do is you have to see bullish engulfing pattern whenever it is formed, there you should invest. Okay, and when you are investing for long term you have pretty good time to hold on. So what you do is you invest in good stock and then wait, someday it will go up definitely. So if you are investing in stocks like Reliance, Pidilite, so these are good companies, and long term trend if you see in this is upward. So either if you are invested today, either today or after 1 month or 2 months they will go up definitely, but the matter here is how much return it is giving you. Okay, able to understand?
Yeah.
Yes, yes or no? So when you are doing for short term, you see the patterns and you have to take entry at the correct time. Okay, and if you are doing very short entries like buy today sell tomorrow, so just see patterns and 1 or 2 days may you'll get profit and then close your positions. Like that also you can do. Okay.
Okay. So for position 1 or 2, if we are holding for a stock for 1 or 2 days, so what is the candle we need to use it for 4 hours or like
You can
two
use,
two hours?
see, short for 1 or 2 days, you can use one day, 4 hours. That would be a good. 4 hours may you have two candles in a day, so same day, so like immediately next day you can take a trade. So if you use one day, then two many patterns in multiple candlesticks are of two candles, right? So you will have to wait for 2 days. So if you use 4 hours, you can just wait, take trade another day itself. Otherwise, if you are
Okay.
using one day, you will have to take trade on the third day.
Okay.
Okay, so that is the benefit of using a 4 hours time frame, and that's why most of my charts are also having 4 hours.
Okay. Thank you, Kabir.
Yeah, so I'll just show you bearish abandon wave pattern. You are seeing this candle. So the price market was here and there was a gap up. Okay, this much gap up is there. Yes or no?
Yes, Kabir.
You know, so this much
Kabir, could you repeat what is the gap up you are referring?
gap up in the sense, see, market is here. Then
Uh-huh.
in this space, next day what has happened? Market has opened here. Okay, directly at this much gap up is there.
Okay.
So this
Hmm.
gap up is nothing but, some good amount of buying has come, and then it has reached a place where, traders think that this should be not the price of this, and it should fall. Okay,
Okay. Mhm.
so that's the reason, the heavy selling is coming from the top, and when this kind of pattern will form, you have to, keep half of this range somewhere at your stop loss to be on the safe side, and whenever the low of this will break, you can anticipate it will go down. Okay, now what is happening in this, it is little sideways. So whenever, but the candles, if you see, are very small, so there are high possibility that it will go down from here. Okay, understood, right? Yes or no?
Yes, Kabir.
Yeah, so let me check few more examples. I'll show you of the same. This is halt candle here again, indecisive candle, again a halt candle. So like this you'll find it. Okay, so somewhere also many times you'll see it. So this also you can consider here. So market was here, and there is gap up from here to here. Not that big, but still you could see that there is a gap up, right? Yes or
Yes.
no? The actually the gap up should be more than this, but let's just for the sake of understanding, let's see. So this very slight gap up, and from the top it is making bearish candle. Okay, and whenever this low can be this abandon baby candle low will break, you can anticipate it will fall. After a good candle, then a gap up, and from the top it is falling. So this could be used as an entry. Like this, you'll get it.
Kabir, just to change, you work for any trading company or you work for yourself?
So I'm a sub broker in Zerodha, Angel Broking, Allies Blue, Upstock. I'm a sub broker in four, and
Okay.
I'm a professional trader also. I'm doing trading from last 10 years.
You do yourself or
I do it for
uh,
myself.
Okay. Okay.
We have paid as advisories also running. Paid
Okay.
advisory in the sense we provide investment related advice.
Where do you stay in Hyderabad?
Hyderabad, mein I stay near Alwal. Alwal, you know,
Oh, ah, yes, I know.
aware of the place. So there I live.
So Kabir, can
Yeah.
you do us one favor? Like,
What?
see, since you are a very experienced trader and you can analyze those markets,
Hmm.
so on it, when we start daily our class, can you share your experiences or like what are the today's trends? It went how long? Just for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, so that we it will help us like how to analyze the markets.
So how the market? See, once the let
Yeah,
the
for that day's market, how what you have found, what are the highlights? Like anything, few information.
see
Yeah,
you
live
will
sessions will be there. Live
yes,
sessions are there, right?
yeah. See you will able to understand this. Let all the topics get finished. So there is a three phase of market topic which will give you understanding. Now if I'll explain, you will not understand. Let the topics get covered, and then I'll tell you how we analyze in daily in the sense when you are doing intraday, by seeing few candles in the opening you can understand if it is going up or if it is going down. You'll get an idea and you'll be able to do it yourself as well. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So just try to find out examples of abandoned baby. Okay. So there should be a slight gap up. Okay, and I'll also just try to remember and I'll share the examples with you. Is that fine? Yes or no?
Sure, Kabir.
Okay, so what now we'll do is we'll see if you we'll learn about support and resistance. Okay, that is one of the most important topics, and let's cover that topic now. Anybody having any idea about what supports and resistance are?
Yeah, Kabir, I think I just gone through few YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
There, I was able to understand like support is like where the price when the price is coming down, it will
Mm-hmm.
halt there and it will tries to come rise from there. So that
Exactly.
should be the support.
Yes, yes, yes.
And
Correct.
resistance when it goes at the higher uptrend. So
Mm-hmm.
there might be some point where it comes down from that resistance point.
Correct, correct. Correct. So what you told is correct. So support and resistance are, a crucial thing which can it helps us to take trade setups. It will give us targets. It will give us stop loss, because if you have taken a good trade at around the support, around the resistance, you can close your positions. That's how it is giving you target as well, and your stop loss could be support itself. Okay, so it is giving us stop loss also. Okay, so this is one of the best things to understand, and if you have an idea of this, lot of time, you will be able to take good trades. So for supports and resistance, I'll use a short word, that is SNRs. Okay, support and resistance. So SNRs, we draw them like a horizontal line. Okay, those will be a straight line in how we'll draw. So though we draw them like straight line, we have to in our mind think that there is a area which is covering there. I'll tell you how you decide an area. Just make sure these are not lines. So few points above that, few points below that. That complete is a support zone or a resistance zone. So it is not that the line is acting as a support. It's that complete area. Few points up, few points below. And that area we also call it price action zone. Because at support what happens is good amount of buyers come up because they think that this is a good support and we should enter a trade. So good price action happens there, and we also call support and resistance as price action zones. Okay, similarly at resistance, sellers think that price will go down from there, so they sell it over there. And you can understand resistance are also again a price action zone where lot of people will be eagerly waiting to short the price. Okay, so now if you see it on the chart, I'll I'll tell you guys how we will draw support and resistance line on the live chart. I'll show you, but before that we have to understand few points. Okay, how we classify. a line as a support and how we classify a line as a resistance. So that we have to understand. As you can see on the chart, there is a horizontal line. Yes or no? There is a horizontal line, right?
Yes.
Yes. Good.
Yeah. So I have drawn a rectangle over here and I have drawn a rectangle over here. So this is my first touch point. Okay, so price is touching here and then price have gone beyond that and beyond that, and then again it is coming down, and again the if you could see this is in the straight line, so again it has came to the same area, and then this is the second touch point. So you need to have minimum two touch points on the line to verify that this is a good support. Okay, so one touch point is, one touch point where good price action should happen, and then you should have at least two. So the third time whenever it will approach, it would be a trade opportunity for you, but not for in the first two times. This point also clear? There should be
No.
minimum.
How to draw this
i'll
line
i'll
and
show you i'll show you for,
Mhm.
okay, I'll tell you. So for now we remember that we have to have two touch points at least.
Okay.
Okay, then only we verify it. So now if you
It,
see, yeah,
it is in a daytime, a date
it
it is
can
in
be used in any time frame. You can find it on 4 hours, 1 day, monthly, weekly.
okay.
So every time frame will have its own SNRs. Okay, 4 hours will have have its own,
Mm,
1 day will have
mm,
its own, because candles
uh-huh.
are getting changed, right? So they will be
Yeah.
slight different in SNRs which you'll get. So what
No.
SNRs we have on daily, weekly will not be there in monthly, because the candles are very big. Okay, I'll,
Okay.
like that it will be. So here what has happened is, so I have just given the name of price action here, because this is a complete rectangle is where I am anticipating this is a support. So I have given a name of a price action zone, and you can also do the same, just make a rectangle, so it will give you an idea that this is not the line which you have to see. You have to see it like a area. Okay, few points below and few points above. And see, now what was happening in this, price have broken, it has gone up, and now after reaching a point again it is falling, and again it reaches a place. So this line has given support. Okay, so this is known as, that's the reason it is giving support. Again it has gone up, and again from the top it is coming down and halting here. So this is again giving support. Now again it went up, and now this support is broken, so you can understand the price can fall further. Okay, yes.
Yes, yes.
So that is how you have to see, and in the
So
similar
minimum
way,
there,
yeah.
sorry, minimum there should be 2 points or
Minimum two, see, once we have two touch points, that means that that is the strong support. Okay, and then third, fourth time it is your trading opportunity. Either it will break or either it will go up from here. All right, we'll see how we take trade based on it.
You should play this.
Yeah,
okay.
any doubt?
No,
So
sorry, sorry.
how much previous historical data we need to compare for this one, Kabir,
See,
to get these
just
points?
see, you if you just minimize it now, you'll be able to do it. I'll draw that. I'll tell you how you will draw. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
So Kabir, on the left of this chart, that
Yeah.
there is an increase, like
Hmm.
the graph has increased. There's a lot of green line, and then there are 2 points
Hmm.
which are on the similar value 952. So those two can also be a support.
952 here you are telling.
Just on the left side of the left arrow.
This here.
This and the one next to it, the same line. Yes.
Yeah, this could also be a, but this could be also used, but this is a weak support, because this is one touch point, this is two touch points. So third time you have is your trading opportunity, but third time this is broken, right?
Yes.
So you can sell it over here because that support is broken. Understood? If the line was drawn here, so
Mm.
this is also will give support, but the third time it is breaking it. That means heavy selling. Previously it
That means
halted.
for
So
price.
how can we know that whether it is a weak support or strong support? Like at the support I start on my second support I bought.
See,
So how to?
it is a weak support because from the buying, the amount of buying which has come up here has not taken the price to a very good upside.
Okay, very good. Okay, okay.
It is very small. Like in this case, it went
Uh,
from here to here. So that means
mm.
there was a good support. That's how we
Ach-
understand.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. So coming back to what I was explaining. So if you see here, I have drawn again a horizontal line over here. Here, what has happened is price was going up, and you see at the same level, price is halting and coming down. So it has reached here, it has come down. It has reached here, it has come down. It has reached here, and it has come down. And if you see it in this area also, it has gone above it, but it is not able to sustain. It is taking small candles are getting formed. That means this is taking support over here, but then this was broken and then a heavy sell off. So this line here, it is not giving support, it is giving resistance. Okay, selling is happening from there. So this is the support and this is the resistance. Able to understand? Yeah.
Yes.
So this is the resistance. Now what we'll do is, we'll give naming to this all touch points which were there, and we'll try to understand how we take trade based on it. If you see, I have, a rectangle has been made, and I have mentioned how it is giving, where it is giving support. Here it is giving support, here it is giving support to the price, here it is giving support. If you see, the support has been broken, so now this support turns resistance. This is an important point. So if a support is, if for example, sorry, this is written in the opposite side, this resistance should come down because price is approaching from the down. So this should give resistance, but this resistance is broken. So that means once this resistance is broken, this will give support to the price. Support in the sense price will not be able to come down, and some heavy buying can come. Able to understand what I want to say here? So if a support is broken, it becomes resistance, or if a resistance get broken, it becomes some kind of a support. Able to understand this point?
Could you repeat once again, Kabir, this one point?
So what I have just told is, so once supports are there, right? So
Yeah.
now what is happening here is price is approaching from the downside. So this area, if it is verified before, this would be a good resistance kind of a thing. Resistance in the sense, sellers would be anticipating price coming down from here, but price did not come out. Price have gone above it. So that means that resistance has been broken. Okay, so if a resistance is broken, that will become support to the price.
Yeah.
Okay, because price
Okay.
have gone up, and then
Okay.
it will give some kind of a support, and then buyers could come up in. Because see, either two things can happen here. Either sellers could dominate. If sellers are not able to dominate, that means buyers are dominating, and they'll take the price up.
Okay.
Okay, so once see, this is again a support. Here also, if you see, the support is broken, so now this become resistance. All right, and now if you could see, it is just struggling over here. This is giving resistance. Previously here and here it was giving support. Now this support is broken, so if you could see, it is struggling to go up from here. Many candles are getting formed and then again falling. So now this is giving resistance. Previously it was giving support. Able to understand this point?
Yes, yes. So, what is the trade? How to
I'll
do?
tell you. Now what we'll do is, we'll zoom this price action. Let's see what is happening inside that. Okay, so I have just zoom the price action zone which was there. Okay, just give me a second. मम्मी, गेट बंद करो, कर दो यार जल्दी, मेरा क्लास चल रहा है, डिस्टर्ब हो रहा है यहाँ। मम्मी यार बंद करके जाओ ना फिर। Okay, fine. So if you could see here, able to listen, right?
Yes, yes, Kabir.
So if you see here, what has happened is, if I zoom, see, you have to see decisive candles getting formed around the support and resistance. Decisive candlestick patterns are those candlestick patterns which we have discussed in the first 2 days. Okay, those are your decisive candlestick patterns. Able to understand? That bearish engulfing, bullish engulfing, hammer, hangman,
Okay.
dark cloud, the piercing, all these were your decisive candlestick patterns. Star pattern. So those are decisive candlestick patterns. You have to find those patterns formed around it. In this case, which pattern has formed? I have marked there are two bearish engulfing pattern here. Not bearish
Okay.
engulfing, bearish block candle. Okay, no shadow. You
Okay.
remember bearish block candle? Yes or
Yes,
no?
yes.
So these are bearish candle, bearish block candle.
Okay.
So one more thing which we follow here is that, so in bearish block candle, generally the high of the bearish block candle is your stop loss. Yes or no?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But in this case, because this is formed around the SNR zone, this is giving resistance in this case. So whichever candle is making a high in this area, that is your stop
Mhm.
loss. In this case, here it is making the high, right? So this should be your stop loss. You can take the trade whenever the low of a bearish engulfing will break. But your
Okay.
stop loss should not be the high of it, because this is forming around a SNR zone. So the high of the system somewhere in this area, somewhere there should be your stop loss. Okay, this is an important point. Yes or no? Understood, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So whenever the decisive candlestick pattern is found, you can go short, and your stop loss is somewhere here. All right. Now again, if you see here, the price have taken support. So price was coming down, and now which pattern is this here? If you guys remember,
Bullish engulfing.
okay, this is not bullish engulfing. I'm talking about this one. So this candle is not completely engulfing the T1 candle. It is not engulfing. Yes, is it engulfing? Is it engulfing? No, right?
Yes, yes. It is not engulfing, and
Hmm.
there is opposite one, right? Reddish and
This one is engulfing. Okay, you can
the
understand.
bearish engulfing. Bullish.
Bullish engulfing. This is bullish engulfing. This is an inside bar. If you remember,
Mm.
T1 was there, and then a candle which is
T2.
formed inside the body. Remember?
Mm. Yes, yes.
So that is also a decisive candlestick pattern. So this is an inside bar pattern. In
Yeah.
inside bar pattern, we take a trade when the T1 or T2 ka high is broken. So you take trade when the high of this is getting broken. So this candle has not broken the high. This candle has broken. So this is the candle where you should take your entry, and your stop loss will be the low in this area. Understood? So that means this candle.
Mm.
And again, if you see it here after zooming, this is also inside bar.
Mm.
Similar kind of a pattern here also. Okay, and then again price went up. So this is how you take trade. Understood now?
Okay.
So this what has happened just here also. We are zooming it. So price have from down gone up here. You know, suddenly what has happened after reaching this place is price have gone till this down, and it has gone till this high. So here what our understanding is, buyers have also tried to take the price up, sellers have also tried to take the price up. So some good amount of price action has happened in this, and after this much struggle, a good bullish candle is there. So that means the battle has been won by buyers, and then price went up. Okay, so previously this was resistance, now it turns support. So when this kind of formation also come, this is nothing but a big bullish candle. Okay, big bullish candle is there, and whenever the high of this will break, you can go long. Okay, I hope you would have got little understanding. This is, I have mentioned where is your entry and where is your stop loss. I'll just zoom it a little bit and just give a side to this from here to here, all these points. So, okay, I have marked where is your entry and where is your SL. Read this also. So here I have mentioned close of a bearish engulfing. Make sure that you take safe entry only. Okay, entry 1, entry 2. So you just give a reading. I'll give you 5 minutes. Once everyone is done, just let me know, huh?
You have not marked entry 1. You marked entry 4 2 times.
Yeah, correct. So here is the entry one. You can see bearish block candle is your entry one. Your stop loss is here.
Why is the stop loss this much big in entry 4?
See, I have told you, right? Your stop loss mean around the low. Any candle low should be your stop loss in this area. So in this area, this big doji is formed, right? So that's the
Yes.
reason that candle ka low is should be your stop loss. Okay,
Oh,
so that
okay.
is the safe stop loss. So when you get this kind of condition, either you can ignore it, or you can what you can do is you have to take a risk otherwise, because the candle is very big.
Acha, okay.
Always make sure that the high and lows should be kept as your stop loss and entries. So that is very important point.
Okay.
Done, everyone? Anybody having any doubt? Any doubt here?
No, no.
No, right? Rest?
Okay, Kapil.
Okay, right. So now what we'll do is we'll see few charts. Okay, we'll see few charts. Let's start with this only. Okay, I have deleted everything. So now what you have to do, you have to zoom out like this. Yeah, zoomed out. I have just zoomed out. Now just see from where the price is halting and from where the price is going up. Just try to see it. How you see it? I am seeing here prices was going down, price was going down. After reaching this point, some good amount of buying has come and then the price have gone up. Okay, and this is also lying in the same area. So what I can do is I can draw one horizontal line over here. I have just pressed Ctrl plus H. So that is a shortcut. Okay, you can just go and select here like this also you can do, and then like this you have to draw. Okay, understood, right? Understood this point?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So why I have drawn it here? Because I was seeing prices coming down and the same area mein this is halting here. Same area mein this was halting. Or on the top I can see price reach this point and then fall. Again it was doing the same and again from the same almost same thing it has come down. Okay, so one you can draw it like this. Now now you see I have just seen these 2 points. Previously here also the see how much good price action has happened. Price candle has broken it. Okay, small candle, and then again it came down till this point, but heavy buying has come and then the price went up. Okay, so you can understand if it is happening here, this is the reason why it is happening. And here if you see, here it was ejecting, here it was ejecting, and once after reaching this point, how many candles are there? Many candles is been forming around here because previously price have rejected. Okay, so many people would be selling and thinking that price will be coming down because previously it has, but then there is no good decisive candle which is formed and then price went up. It has broken this. Here if you could see, this is a bullish bearish engulfing also. Okay, T1 green and then big candle, or you can also see it like a what candle, you can also see it like a block candle. Okay, and this is the shooting star. Remember shooting star? Inverted hammer.
Opposite hammer.
Yeah, so these are all bearish pattern. This is also a bearish decisive pattern. This is also inverted hammer. Okay, and if you see it here, after reaching this point, a bearish engulfing, T1 green, T2 covering the body of T1. All right, this is a halt candle. After reaching this point, a halt candle. See, the high is only broken here. Okay, yes or no?
Yes.
So this is a halt area. The small candles are getting formed after a bullish candle. See, there is one more way of reading it. See, from here to here, price was going down. So heavy buying has come. Heavy buying in the sense, see the size of the candle. The size of the candle is big. That means heavy buying has come. Okay. And then these are very small candles. So these are like profit booking candles. No heavy selling has come. Heavy selling was there. Then the candle here would which are forming will be a big candles. But that is not the case, right? So that means weak selling is coming here. And then price again went up. Okay. So that is how you can read and understand. Okay, one more thing I'll tell you. See what has happened here. Price was has taken some kind of a support. It has gone up here. Here, sellers are dominating. They have taken the price down. Again, previously sellers have seen that price have rejected from here and it has given some good movement. So here also when it came, so heavy selling came. So because previously some people would have seen it here, so they will be waiting, and then after reaching here, sudden heavy fall, and that has taken the price to this point. Okay, and then here what has happened previously somewhere, if I just go down also, back also, you see here what has happened, same line, price have rejected. Okay, and it has came down, and here it was broken. So like that, if you just spot two good areas, just zones, you would be able to see that previously also, if you just go back, there would be a zone like this in the same line. Okay, able to understand what I just wanted to convey? Yes or no? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's how you should draw. Okay, I'll also show you few more. Let's do one thing. I'll just draw a few more in this also. So now see, if you see, the prices are directly going up. Okay, there is a slight halt here. If you want, you can draw it here. Okay, if you are doing very short trading, then you can draw it closely, because I'm seeing that price have gone up again, and then many candles are getting formed. So this is also a kind of halt zone. All right, and similarly here there is a halt zone, and here I can clearly see price have gone up, and it has taken support here, again gone up, again it has taken support. So this is a clear support zone. Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
Right, so this is the star pattern getting formed. T1 red, T2 indecisive kind of a candle, T3 giving me confirmation of buyers. This is bullish engulfing kind of a pattern. So you can understand this area is giving support, and you can anticipate price can go up. And here on the up top side, this area is giving resistance to the price. Okay, so because here the price is rejecting again, rejecting again, rejecting, so it is trading in a range. Okay, whenever it will go above or below, you can see a good amount of movement happening. Okay, clear this part?
Yes.
So now tell me any stock name and I'll draw SNR on that to give you a little bit more clarity. Give some name.
Yes, bank. But will there be a lot of fluctuation in that?
Yeah, that is a actually see, when you are doing intraday and all those, now that time you just try to select stock from mid cap and large cap, in the sense the stocks which are in the range of around 300 to 400, 600. These are like mid range stocks. So try to trade in this. If you select penny stocks and all, there the movement will be very small, hardly a movement in paisas it will come. Sometime only 80 paisa, 60 paisa, 90 paisa. If some good day is there, that time movement will come of 1 or 2 rupees, and then one or 2 rupees is a good percentage, because that the price of that is just 15 rupees. So 1%, one if it give a movement of 1 rupee, that would be around how much? 5 6
6,
percent
6,
है ना?
7%. Yes.
So
Yeah.
that is what it is. So the very small movement comes, hardly 0.5 1%. So that's the reason you will not get movement. So those are not good for intraday. Those are like, if you are doing investment kind of a thing and you think it is a good price to enter at present, so that time what you can do is you can invest for some good amount of time. It should not be like 1 week 2 week like that. You have to invest for 1 month. That should be the idea.
Okay. Okay. So TCS is a this thing, no?
TCS is a good stock. Reliance, SBI card. Did you guys make your watch list? Anybody?
No.
Just make a watch list. Add Nifty 100. Okay, Nifty
Mm.
100. Once you just go and Google over here, So these are the top 100 stocks you will find in this.
So Kabir, what is the ideal count of stocks we need to keep in watch list? Is it like
See,
100?
initially you
Keeping
can
100
start,
also is
yeah, initially you can start with 50, just add Nifty 50. But a good amount is if you are doing regularly intraday or something like that, 100 is what you should keep. Okay, and that's it. That is enough because, and we'll also give you a screener in that also in that from those 100 you'll get the alerts. So you should track at least 100 stocks. Or if you want to get restricted to Nifty 50, then fine, you can keep 50 also. Or you can just make your own list which you think which companies are your favorite and you think there is a good movement in this company. You can just make your watch list according to that also. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So just make your watch list accordingly. All right. So somebody was asking us Yes Bank. Now see, Yes Bank has recently been in trouble. Okay. So it is in debit. So that is a risky kind of a investment if you do it in that. So whenever you are investing in such stock, what you do is you only invest around 10% to 15, your maximum 20% of your capital. Okay. Let it be how much capital you have. You have 20,000. Don't invest more than 20%. That means don't invest more than 4,000. Okay, that is how you
Okay.
should plan. If you'll invest complete, then if it is going down, you'll lose your money. Okay, because that is not a good company to invest. All right, and large cap may you should invest majority of your capital. Then in mid cap, you can do it like 40-30, and then remaining 30 you can do invest, or what you can do is 50-40 and 10 you can do. Okay, so that's how you should divide whenever you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, what I was doing is, so some just tell me a stock name, anybody.
PCS.
Here also you see a halt candle is there. So the previous candle is not able to cross above. This candle has broken the halt candle high and then again it went up. In this case, it was taking support here. So if it goes below this, it will fall. If it is not going, then again it will go up. All right. So that's the logic here. So trend lines also we have to cover. Trend lines we'll see if time permits. We'll cover today. Okay, so I'll show you SNRs. So again, zoom out a little bit. All right, so see, clearly I'm seeing price have rejected from here. So I can draw one like this. Okay, so now you can see, and here it is taking good support. So one I can draw here. All right, so it has taken support and then good support has been taken. It is not able to cross. Okay, and it is going up only. Here it has rejected, and now when it reached here, you can see how much struggle it is having to cross it. But once cross, it will go little bit further. So now you can understand the resistance is broken, so it can go up from here. All right. So if you want, if you were tracking this, either you would have taken the entry. So this is engulfing kind of pattern, right? T1 red, T2 green. So this is bullish kind of a pattern which has formed. So whenever the high of this will break, you can go long. Or this is a halt candle here also. So whenever the high of the here it is getting broken, you can take trade in this candle. And now your stop loss is here and you can go long. Okay.
So here engulfing it was broken. So you also observing the like bar chart you have done it right.
Yeah,
Like
this is
so it's not
candlesticks.
an engulfing. You have drawn bar chart after bar chart. Then you are considering
Bar chart in the sense
that is the top line you drawn. That is the one.
resistance. This is resistance, not bar chart.
Okay, that resistance.
Yeah.
So after the resistance, then you are considering without resistance line, you are considering engulfing.
No, see, you have to, this will give you some kind of idea resistance, but then you have to wait for a decisive candle to form to take entry. We don't take blind entries. Okay,
Okay.
you have to wait for decisive candle. Here also, this is hammer kind of a pattern, decisive pattern. Here there is star pattern. Once the this is also a star pattern, this is also a star pattern. T1 red, T2 indecisive, T3 bullish. T1 red, T2 indecisive, T3 bullish. So this is decisive pattern and forming at a support. So that means higher chances that it will give you good profit. Okay, understood this point?
Okay.
So I have drawn two lines. So similarly, I can
So,
draw here.
Kabir, one question.
Yeah.
So between resistance and support lines,
Uh-huh.
is it a no trading zone? We should not
No,
give
no,
an
it's not
entry.
like that. It is not a no trading zone. Okay. So these supports and resistance are actually the best places to enter. Okay. And see, if somebody would have entered here also, he should be cautious when the price is this a zone. Either he should book profit, or be, if he wants to close early, that means he should close somewhere here, or if he's staying in this for long, then he can wait for a little bit more further. Okay. And actually there is the concept of three phases of market also. What has happened in this is price is slowly going up. So after reaching point, some correction came again. This was the low, right, previously, and then price have not reached this low. Again it has gone up, again some kind of selling, but this low has not been broken. Previous low is here, and this is the low which is above it. So that means who all have buyed here, they are not selling in huge quantity. If everyone will close, that means it will break the low, and again it is going up. And here also selling came, but selling is very less. This was the previous swing low, and this is the swing low and high. I'll tell you this when we cover three phases of market in detail. So that is also a way of looking. So if it is just following this pattern, you can stay long.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, I have drawn one here because I was seeing price have taken support, and one I can draw here because I have seen taking resistance here. Here, from here it is rejecting, here is it rejecting. Okay, and now there is a gap up. Gap up in the sense some good news would have come. All right. So there is a gap here. Here also you can draw. You have understood, right, how I'm drawing? Share. You also draw like this and share examples. Then only you'll get an understanding. Otherwise, you will not be able to draw. Okay. Right? Understood, right? Here taking support, here taking resistance.
Yes.
Like this, you can draw. These are the SNR lines. Here you can do. See, here it is taking resistance. Here it has given support. Right? So the same line is giving resistance and support both. Okay. So
Yeah.
you have an understanding of SNRs now?
Yes, Kabir.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Kabir, one question, like why the markets are showing like gap up? Because if the market is closed previously at one point, the next day it should start from that point, right?
See, there is no rough and tough rule that will start there. So there is a pre market where people see. For example, today market have closed somewhere, and the next day what happens, in there is a gap from 3:30 to next day opening. There is a gap, and in the meantime, if some very good news comes, or in the world circuit, all the world market, European, Asian markets are all all in green. So that means people will get an understanding that Indian market will also rise. So even in the just in the pre-market, many people will enter a trade, and that will make a gap up. That's the reason. Or some very good news has come, so people will not wait for the market to properly open. Just in pre-market, they will put orders. You know about pre-market, right? From 9:10 to 9:15 is the
Nine
pre. Yeah,
15. Okay. Yeah.
that is the time your order get executes. You are able to place your order from 9:07 around that time. Okay.
So people who trade between 9 and 9:15 are the risky traders or something like that?
Those are big traders actually who have a lot of capital, so they think that they invest on in pre-market sometime, and they fluctuates the price. So actually normally you should not, either if you think that the market can fall, so few people will also put sell orders. But if you want to invest, just look at the market trend and then invest. Okay, so if you have and seen the chart after market, you have seen, and you have seen some good pattern, bullish or bearish, and depending upon that you think that the market will go down or up, so you can also place in the pre-market. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Kabir.
Okay, so can we go further? I'll just tell you about one more thing if everyone has having time. Yeah.
Yes, Kabir. I
Or
think
you
we
want
can.
to
Yeah.
take, anybody want to take, what we'll do is another 15, 20, 25 minutes we'll continue. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll tell you about a safe positional investing which you can do. Okay, it is not risky. Just like your FD, it will give you return, but the return will be better than your FD. FDs are fixed deposit. So generally, if you do investment in fixed deposits, how much return it gives you? It will give you a return of around 5-6% only. है ना? Banks, how much return on FDs it gives?
Around 7%.
Yeah, 7% like that only they will give. So
Yes.
if you want, instead of that, what you can do is I'll tell you a simple way of investing.
One.
Wait a second. Buy with the price, that means that also the amount which comes is the highest in the market, and this market capitalization, it will only change like one or two positions. Like sometime Infosys will be here, HDFC will go up, sometime Hindustan Unilever go up and HDFC Bank will come down, or sometime TCS goes up, Reliance come down. So this changes like that only, and roughly many stock in this top 10 will always be similar. Okay, so you can also note down these 10 stocks, and these are one of the good stocks of Indian market. If we just see from 2018, okay, how much return, if we just calculate accordingly, how much return it has given, if we just invest 1 lakh rupees on January 1 in 2018, if we invest, so how much return it would have been given in 1 year, okay, from January 1 2018 to January 1 2019. Is this clear what I'm telling? Yes.
Yes, yes, yeah. That is a
Yes.
12.42.
Yes.
Yeah, so here I have just calculated the return it would have given, it has given in that 1 year. So in that 2018 year, Reliance gave a return of 35%, TCS gave a return of 27%, HDFC Bank gave a return of 2%, Hindustan Unilever gave a minus 9.5% return. On this side, Infosys gave a 55% return. HDFC gave a minus 10, ICICI Bank gave a minus 17, and Kotak Mahindra Bank gave 1% return, and then HCL also gave a 52%. Bharti Airtel gave minus 0.88. Okay, and you should have invested equal 10,000 in each stock, and if we calculate the average of it, in a year you would have earned 13.62 return on your investment. Okay, in a year, that means if you invest 1 lakh, you would have made 13,622 rupees. All right, and the reason behind I'm telling you, you have to invest in this 10, because you are in a way diversifying also. If you just invest in, for example, HDFC Bank, in that year you would have only made 2%, or by mistake, because these are also good companies, these are top companies of India. Or if you only invest in Hindustan Unilever, you would have gone this, the minus 9. Or if you would have done in Reliance, you would have gained 35%. That is more, I know, but to be on the safe side, you should diversify it. Okay, able to understand this point? So you should invest in multiple instead of less number of stocks. So you should take at least these 10, you should take and you should invest. and it would have given a return of 13.622. All right.
So
So they, yeah.
is that 2021 also same, or will you whether we need to exclude it?
No, again, you can invest on 1st January and you can do. Okay.
But even Bharti Airtel, even we need to consider for 2021 also.
Yeah, you can consider.
Okay.
Okay. Bharti Airtel has recently launched 7/8 satellite to increase their 5G network and all. So you can
Okay.
understand it will give return. All right. So there is one more way of investing. So this is called as dynamic investing. In dynamic investment, what you do is here we have invested equally, right? 10,000. In
Yes,
dynamic
sir.
investment, what you do is see the top company ko what happens is Reliance is one of the top company, then TCS, then SDS. So this is descending order. So what we do is we give 10 points to Reliance and then 9 point to this. Okay. So 8 point to this, 7. So we are reducing the point 1. Okay. So 10 means the highest. We'll give the highest amount of our capital to Reliance and then 5. So like this we'll give points to this one. Okay.
Kabir, what will happen if you do that way? For example, now next year, this is based on 2020. If you go to 2021, for example, Reliance is not performed.
What?
So what will happen? Our investment is on Reliance, but if any reason if Reliance is not performed, so then we are on average we are going to lose it. The return what we got in 2020, you may not get it.
See, if Reliance will not performing, there are other stocks which will perform. Okay, that's why you should invest. So I'll tell you. See, I have the data of last 3 years. Okay, I will
Okay.
show you 2019 also to 2020.
Mhm.
Okay, 19 to 2020 and then complete 2020 what has been the return.
Okay.
Okay, so if Reliance goes down, some other stock will rise from here. On an average, you will gain only.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is for long-term investment,
Yeah,
right?
so like SIP or positionally you want to invest, so that time you
Okay.
can do it. So I am now I have given points and I have added all of them. Okay, so I got 55. Now what I'll do is I'll just this is little Excel which I am doing. So I have added everything. Now what I'm doing is I am taking this 10, then I'm dividing it by 55. Okay, and then whatever points I'll get, I'll multiply with 1 lakh. Okay, which is my total investment. So this much amount, that is 18,000 out of 1 lakh, 18,000 is what I will invest in Reliance. Okay, able to follow this?
Yeah, we are able to follow it actually. But if you are considering only 1 year, but you have an average of 2003 years. In case the weightage, if you do it for 3 years, it might give more consistent figure.
Yeah. See, in a year you are getting here you are getting 13% return. Okay, if you would have done it dynamically, it would have given you around 16% return. All right, that's why I'm telling you dynamic investment is little bit better because you are giving more points to the top companies and less points to the less stable companies. All
Okay,
right,
okay,
that's the reason. I'll just show you. Just once understand this, then I'll show you the data of other 2 years also.
okay, fine, okay, yeah.
So again I'll show you. So I have given a point, so this into this divided by complete points. Okay, and then multiplying it with my total investment. So like this it is giving me a figure that 16,000 you have to around 16,000 you have to invest in that. So in this way you can calculate for all the stocks. So if you I'll calculate, okay, so this is what the return I would have got in that year, and completely if you see around 16% return on my investment I am getting. Followed this point? Okay, so I'll followed, right? Yes or no?
Yes, 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 yes.
So now this is 2019. Okay, 1st Jan 2019 to 1st Jan 2020. So in that year, this was the price on 1st Jan 2019, and then this was the price on 1st Jan 2020. So in exactly 1 year, if let's see what happens. So this is the return on investment you would have got that year. So in Reliance has given 35%, then 18% in TCS, and 25% in HDFC Bank, and Hindustan Lever given 18%, 15, 23. So all companies were giving good returns. So in that year, if you would have invested equal amount, you would have got 30% return on your investment, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes, so you would have gone 30%. 30% is a good return on investment. All right. So because banks are giving just 7%, as you know, or if you would have invested dynamically, you would have got 26%, because you are giving top to that, top points to this, then you are giving less points, right? So in that year, equal amount would have given you better return on investment compared to dynamic one. But overall, I've seen dynamic investments are better. Okay, in some year, in few years only, equal investment gives a higher return than dynamic investment. All right, so in this year, you would have got about 30% return. And let's see 2020. See, 2020 is a year where, due to COVID situation, market has gone really down. But by the year end, it has again gone to all time high. Yes, yes or no? Due to COVID situation, market has crashed like anything. But then
Yes,
again,
yes.
it came back to the track. Okay,
Yes, but
so
how
this
do we give that dynamic points? It's based on the return or based on the
so this
on
is
which
Percentage
item?
return. Percentage return.
so this is complete. I have calculated from first Jan, after seeing the price, and these points I am giving just simply. I am giving the highest point 10 is to this, and then -1.
Okay.
Yeah, simply I
Oh,
am doing it.
But the weightage, whatever weightage you are giving, 10, 9, 8, it should be given based on percentage return we are getting, right? Like 10 you are given, because first we should give to 52.3 percentage
No,
return.
no, no, no,
10
no.
points should be given to
I
so
have
HCL.
I
given
think he,
I have
yeah, I
given
think
10 points because
Uh,
Reliance is the highest market capitalization company.
oh,
TC,
okay, 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 okay. Oh,
TCS is the
the
second
difference
one.
is market capitalization, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Simply
okay,
because
okay.
of that, not because of the return. Okay, because
Oh,
return I don't know na initially. Initially, how I will come to know the return. This is what I will get after 1 year.
okay.
Okay, so this one is actually of 2020. Okay, in 2020, if you would have invested in the Jan one, and by this is data till I think 2 months back or 1.5 months back when I calculated. So if you would have that time only, you would have got around 15%. Okay, and this is 2020 where COVID kind of a pandemic came. So in that year also, you would have gone and got 15%, 15 to 16% of return on your investment. All right, even in this situation, 2019 I have shown you we have got 30% return. All right, and in 2018, if you see, in that year you would have got 17% return on your investment if you would have invested equal amount. Okay, if you would have invested dynamically, you would have got around 25% return on your investment. So you are getting returns around, around 15% on an average. You will get it easily like this if you'll invest. And you can also do, SIPs, like every year you just invest some amount of your savings, and after some, like 10 years, it will become like many folds of it if you get this kind of return. Okay, so if we just calculate it, somebody would have invested, 1 lakh rupees in all these 3 years from 2018 to 2020. Okay, so this is what, their price would have turned. In the first year, it would have become just 1 lakh. If you would have invested in 1 year in 2018, and he would have left it, it would have become 1 lakh 17,000, and then 30% return would have made 1 lakh 21, and then 1 lakh 72,000. So overall, he has made a growth of 72% in 3 years. All right, he has got a return of 73% on his 1 lakh investment. In a way, he made 73. So if you invest in bank, you will hardly get 25,000. So here you are getting 3 times of that. If you would have invested dynamically, you have almost made 82,000. So that is, or just by investment of 1 lakh. So this is the safe kind of investment which you can do. Okay, understood this point?
Yes, Kabir, one question I
yes,
have here. Now you are telling based on last 3 years. Now, for example, if you start investing on 2021,
Yeah.
whether because the market is very very high, but it's whether it is
Still you can invest. See, it is at a high, right? By the year end again, it will break that high and go further.
okay.
Okay, we have complete 1 year in our hand. All right. You can
Okay.
also do the same like financial year wise. Invest on
Yeah.
invest on 1st April till 31st March. That also you can do.
Okay.
Okay, just follow 1 year complete bracket kind of a thing,
Okay. Okay.
and you'll get the return. So I have calculated for 1st Jan to 1st Jan. You can do that also, and there also you'll see similar kind of figures. Okay, this is simple way of investing. So there is one more thing you can do. So you can directly invest in Nifty 50 complete stock. Just
Okay. Nifty 50. Okay.
so that gives on an average that gives around 10% return on investment. Okay, but it will not give more than that. It will only give around 10%. The one I have just shown you here, you can get even more. That is also a kind of investment which you can do. Okay, so that is also you can do. I'll tell you how you can invest in Nifty. So generally Nifty, if you see the price of Nifty is around 13,000 something. Okay, so it has reached around 13,000 something is there. So if you just want to buy, you will have to invest 13,000. Instead of that, what you can do is there is a stock named Nifty Bees. Okay, just if you just search it here, it will become Nifty Bees. So like this is Nifty Bees. Okay, you can select this. This is the shadow value of Nifty. Shadow value in the sense this is Nifty only, just the amount of this is small. Okay, understanding? Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the shadow value of Nifty. That means this is Nifty only. Whatever movement will come in Nifty, that movement will come in this. So this gives a return of 10% on an average. Okay.
That means that these 50 companies together they are doing this one. These
Yeah.
means.
Together. This is what happens is these 50 companies, small portion of their weightages has been given, and then this 50-50 is made. Okay. So this on an average gives 10% return, and this is also a safest kind of investment you can do in this. All right.
So we can trade on this Nifty Bees also, Kabir?
Yeah, you can do intraday in this, not an issue. This is just like a stock.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And you can invest for long term also. Right? This is how you should do it. This part understood, right? So I have just told you few points about positional investing. Okay. Tomorrow we'll discuss about some few more topics. Okay, I'll cover profitable patterns and trend line tomorrow. Today, any doubt in the
Tomorrow
session?
we are good. Kabir, tomorrow actually I have my brother function in the
Okay,
evening. So
we'll meet on Thursday then. Not an issue. By weekend at least we'll finish it off.
Okay, maybe yeah. We will reconnect on Thursday. Yeah,
Fine.
maybe, yeah.
Guys, make sure that you practice as much as possible.
Okay, otherwise we plan it on first, Kabir. 31st is like
Actually, now I would be traveling from next Monday.
okay.
2 days I would be traveling. So if we
Okay.
meet on one, then 2, 3, then Monday, Tuesday again that will go. What is on first? Let me know.
Okay. We will try to connect on Thursday. If it is missed, then we will connect after the.
Yeah,
Maybe.
because see Monday is on 4th. Okay, first also we can connect. So I
Yeah,
can take
we will connect on first.
on one first, second, and third. Fine, we can. Okay, fine. So you want 2 days break or what?
Yeah. Because 31st is the like. It
Yeah,
will
New
not.
Year again.
Yeah.
Understood.
so
Okay, fine.
31st, if we can make it a little early, I think that is fine, at least for 1 hour session or 1.5 hour.
I think you all will be having holiday, right? So 1 hour, 1.5 hour. If holiday is there, we'll meet in the morning. What do you guys say?
Yeah, first.
I'll let you know. Okay. If I'm free in the morning, we'll take. Otherwise, on first we'll meet.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think
Okay.
if we have the weekend, I think we'll be able to cover everything up.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So guys, take care. Any doubt anybody having, please ask before you leave.
Yeah. Okay. Fine, yeah.
Yeah. Fine.
Thank you, Kabir.
Thank
Yeah.
you.